get here. Bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Let me sing this. Fire!
How's everybody doing? You guys doing okay? Alright, you guys ready to do this right now? Should I introduce myself and everybody just give me a round of applause? Yes. Should we just do it classic comedy style? Alright, we're gonna do this right now. You ready? Alright. And we're gonna start in about 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vapor Central. Tonight's comedy show is brought to you by marijuana. Marijuana, making life better. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to get your show going? I can't hear you, Vapor. Are you ready to get the show going? Then give it up for the only comedian performing for the next little bit, Mike Rita.
Like Peter Paul said, legalize it. Girls and boys in the dance and the temple.
Alright, babe. How's everybody doing? You guys doing okay? For real, give me some noise. Let me hear you guys now, man. Welcome, man. Let's get a round of applause going. Who's seen me before? Make some noise. And who hasn't seen me before? Let me hear you. That's fucked. The front's never seen me. The back, they love me. So I gotta get this shit going fast. Welcome to Vapor Central. Isn't this place... Is anybody here for the first time? No one's here for the first time. You ever brought someone? Did you ever bring a friend here for the first time? Isn't it great? Because they don't believe you the whole way. Even when you tell them like a week before, you're like, yo man, you don't know what I found yesterday. There's just this place downtown. And it's great when you bring someone here for the first time, man. You ever tell someone and they don't believe you? Like, man, you can just walk up to this apartment and you start smoking weed inside of it and nobody cares. Bro, it's crazy. Your friends are always like, you're fucking crazy. That's just not real. And then you bring them up here and they can't believe it. You ever see people walk by this place and find it for the first time? It's a beautiful thing. They'll just walk by and they'll be like, huh, what? Hey, this is it. This is the place. This is Vapor Lounge. It's fucking classic, man. It's like they're finding heaven or some shit. And it's good, man. I love this place. I mean, give it up for everybody who puts this together. Let them hear it, man. Really. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. And we broadcast live on TV. Pot TV. Isn't this shit amazing? You guys are on TV right now. Looking at yourselves a little bit. You guys too. Oh shit, red sweater. No. I did that one time and I swear to God, some girl that was sitting there, she moved right away. I was like, oh, you're on TV. She's like, I don't want to be on TV. So who the fuck doesn't want to be on TV? Even the craziest people want to be on TV. You ever see like an accident on the 401 and the lady's like, there's been a giant pileup on the 401. There's some guy driving by going, yay, I'm on TV, all right. Is that shit the best? Everybody likes to be on TV. Even when you were a little kid, you like being on TV. Do you remember walking into a store and there was a security camera and it had a TV right when you walked in and you just seen yourself? You'd even stop, you'd look, you'd be like, hey, that's me, all right. I'm on TV. No, Mom, I'm on TV. Everybody likes being on TV, man. It's great. It's great when we have the marijuana parades too, like the marijuana march. You make some noise if you've been to the marijuana march and whatnot. It's great because they have tons of cameras. And it's just the best to see potheads on TV because everybody wants to be on TV smoking a joint, you know? Just standing behind a news reporter with a cannon going, ashing it on her. Toronto's got the best stoners. Look what we're doing right now. We're not even scared, are we? We're not scared of cops coming in here right now. You know why? Because we know it's not going to happen. Imagine cops came in here right now. Hey, nobody move! We'd all look at them and be like, no, duh. Nobody move. We're on couches, you fucking asshole. This guy's sleeping. This guy's sleeping. You know if there was a guy sleeping too, he'd be like, cops, fuck that shit. That's what I would do, man. Vapor Lounge is the best. Be happy to support this place, man. It's a great thing. We're ahead of the times if you really think about it here, man. Isn't it amazing? Nowhere else in the world do they have vapor lounges that are this open with, you know, civil disobedience to the law, man. We're all criminals and we're all breaking the law right now. And none of us see we're like criminals. What are you crazy? I paid for the chocolate bar at the back. It's not even the weed we're worried about. You know, we're ahead of the times. In the U.S., you know, people in the U.S. think they're so ahead. Japan and China think they're ahead. They're not ahead. They don't got this thing. We could look at each other right now in Canada and be like, holy fuck, bro, we're so high in this lounge. People in China can't look at each other going, oh, so high. Well, so high, you high too? Yeah, what the kind of weed is that? It's a Canadian Kush. You know, this shit doesn't happen. We're the fucking best. We have parades. We love marijuana so much, we have parades. And not even small parades anymore. Parades with thousands. You ever see people who don't know the parade's happening? And they're just watching thousands of people walking down the street smoking weed? And they're all like, what the fuck? This fucking city's lost its mind. People calling their mom, Mom, remember how you told me not to smoke weed? Well, there's fucking parades now. I know it's like the gays, I know. You were wrong about everything, Mom. We have, you know, and we're the only city in the world, maybe, where you can walk down the street smoking a joint. Nobody gives a fuck. It's true, isn't it? You can walk down the street smoking a joint, and some old lady will look at you and she'll be like, hey, hey, nice. Nice, what is that, Kush? I smelt it from here. Nice work, bud. She'll tell her friend, oh, Kush, you smell that? You ever meet people in Toronto who smoke bad weed? I mean, make some noise if you smoke good weed. Let me hear it. Clearly. It's hard to find shitty weed. Even the worst weed that I can find right now is still like a 6 out of 10. You ever meet people who come up to you and they're like, yo, you want to roll a joint? Let me pitch in. And you look at the weed, it's pressed together and brown. You smell it smells like pocket. You're like, it's not even weed. It smells like your pocket, bro. Yeah. How do you find bad weed? I have to find a deal. I have to have a connection on bad weed. Calling a dealer, hey, you got a half quarter for $10? Yeah, all right, I'll make sure to never call you again, bro. Don't ever, man, what the fuck? Sometimes you meet dealers who are nuts. Remember, you ever meet guys who try to charge you like $80 for a quarter of like not that good of weed and stare you right in the face? It's dank. It's fucking dank. That's got seeds in it, bro. Seeds are dank. No, it's not. Drug dealers are always fucked. You ever realize, do you remember the day you realized drug dealers were fucked? When you realize their time, drug dealers' times. Oh, God. It's the worst, isn't it? A drug dealer's time is the worst thing in the world, see? Because they say 10 minutes, you know it's 20. If they say 20, it's a half an hour. And if they say half an hour, they're never fucking showing up. You know, they're never fucking coming. Drug dealers are such funny people, man. You know. I used to chop shrooms in high school. Anybody in here ever do shrooms? Make some noise. Let me hear you. Yeah. I have a great way to explain shrooms to people. It's like doing Drop Zone. Remember, you know Drop Zone? Everybody's been here on Drop Zone? Everybody here has been to Drop Zone? See, because Drop Zone's like shrooms, the first time especially. Because the first time you do shrooms, you pop them and you wait. And you don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. You're just like, oh, they tasted like shit, but it better be worth it. The taste of shit is the line for Drop Zone. You're waiting in a giant line, you're like, whatever, but it should be all right. This ride looks crazy. Everybody tells me the ride is crazy. And then shrooms is like, man, remember the first time? Let's all just tune back to like high school. You ate shrooms, you waited 10 minutes, you looked at your friend, you're like, man, we're not even high, I don't feel shit. This is garbage. And then 40 minutes later, you look at your friend, you're like, holy You go to look at him, hey man, and he's not even there anymore. He's already outside, feeling the breeze, man. Hey, you all right? Get out of here, man. You ever feel a breeze? Oh, fuck, man. No? Get out of here, man. You're like, oh, I need this. Shrooms are great, man. You ever, remember the first time you ever did shrooms? You ever get a warning from somebody? You gotta do it outside, man. You gotta do shrooms outside, man. You cannot do shrooms inside. You're gonna get fucked. They were right. You ever do shrooms in a little room? What's the first thing everybody says? Let's get the fuck out of here, man. You know, you ever look in a mirror high on shrooms, it's the weirdest. Because you're like, oh, nothing's happening to my face. Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa, man, I can't do that. All right, let's try. Wait, let's see what happens again. All right, we're not doing that again. You ever sit on a toilet high on shrooms and look at the tiles? When you're sober, you're like, look at these fucking stupid tiles. When you're high on shrooms, you're like, these fucking tiles, man. Holy shit! Stop moving. I gotta shit. It's great. Shrooms are a great thing. Now back to drop zone. Now you're sitting down in the motherfucking drop zone. You're happy to go. And when you're going up on drop zone, it's fucked, isn't it? Because all in your mind, you're going, why the fuck am I on this, man? This thing could break right now. I could die. I could get stuck up here. What if the brakes don't work? Everything in your mind is just going wrong. That's like when you start getting really high on shrooms. Because you know when you start getting really high for the first time, you don't remember. You remember you're like, man, what the fuck is going on? Holy fuck, I'm tripping out. I can't stare at one thing because it starts moving away from me. That's it. And then you're peaking on mushrooms is like when right before you drop at the drop zone. There's that feeling, you know when you're at the top of drop zone and you're just sitting there, you're going, and all you just hear is, and you just see cars and houses for miles. You don't say nothing, you look at your friend, you're like, this is crazy. And all the time in your head, what are you doing when you're sitting at the top of drop zone? You're counting, you're going, 1, 2, 3, no! Oh no, it didn't fall down. All right, it didn't fall. Ah! And that is when you're peaking on mushrooms, man. You're like, oh, fuck, this is crazy! And then it just goes away, and you're like, hey, I'm all right, I can do that again. That wasn't too bad. Thank you. Thank you. I know, I like it because it's like 2 rides in one, that joke, you know? It's a mushroom ride, and it's like drop zone. Drop zone's such a good time, man. I love it when you're just up there for those couple seconds, man. And you're like, man. You can just feel it, man. Behemoth and shit, and Leviathan are fucked up too. You say why? Oh, I don't know. Because they designed it that way? It's fucked because I love the down, I hate the up. Is anybody in here like that? I hate the up, I hate that. Fucked. I don't even want to be here anymore. I always have that thought. I don't even want to be here anymore. If they gave me the option to boogie, I would. I don't even give a fuck. And then you see it coming. Especially if you're all the way at the back. You already hear screams. All you hear is... You're like, what the fuck? What about these people? I'm one of these people that I hold my chest like it's going to blow. What about these people? What the fuck? How do they do that? They're crazy. They're fucking nuts. I couldn't do that. I hold them for my life. These people are going, woo, woo. What the fuck? Get the fuck off the ride with me, you nutcase. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. What about people, you ever been on bumper cars with just your family and friends, but then you have one random person? And you're like, who the fuck? Hey, don't hit us. Drive around, motherfucker. Don't you see we all know each other? You don't know us. Don't hit us. So who the fuck is this asshole? Oh, dude, I hate this Asian guy. What the fuck? It's always like some weird race, too. So that way you and your family can just walk away and play the race card the whole time you're in Center Island or some shit. You ever go to Center Island nowadays? It's not as fun, but it's still alright. You ever go in the haunted house? Everybody here been in the haunted house at Center Island? Woo! And it took everybody a couple seconds, but you're all like, yo, that's the exact sound from when that lady, woo! That's really funny, actually. I've never said that live, but that was really good. I like that. It's just so perfect. Doesn't it get you pictured as a kid? Because I remember being scared. I don't know why I was scared. I was still scared because of all the sounds. Those doors, like, holy fuck. And then those fucking barrels. Woo! All right, get the fuck out of my face. That fucking lady, though, you know, the skeleton. Looks like a lady at a typewriter. Woo! All right. It's just the best. Holy fuck. Then you got those rides where you just sit and you travel through the whole park, 50 feet above everybody. Everybody plays the same game. Spit on that lady. Oh, you almost got her. Hey, don't look, don't look, don't look. Don't look. She's not gonna think it's us if we don't look. We're just smiling and hitting each other and like a fucking bunch of morons. Don't look, don't look, don't look. Look at that lady with a kid. If you hit the kid, I'll give you $5. Hit the kid. I think you hit the kid, but he's a kid, he didn't notice. I'll give you $2. Imagine you're up there, a fucking seagull starts attacking. Wow! I used to love going to Center Island because I go with my little cousins now, and it's really funny because I forgot how scary those rides are for them. I really did. We went on the Ferris wheel, and I went with 2 6-year-olds. And they were trying, and I didn't notice, but none of them were rocking it. And I was like, well, are you guys scared? They're like, yeah, it's a little bit high for us. I'm like, for real? Yeah! They're like, what are you fucking doing? Toughen up, kids. Today's your day. I love that shit, man. I love that. Do we have any children of the 90s in here? Make some noise, man. Children of the 90s? 80s kids? Let me hear you. It's about the same. We had the best fucking cartoons growing up, and you know how I know that? Because I got a nephew now, and I see my little nephew watching Dora the Explorer. Have you ever seen Dora the Explorer? What the fuck is wrong with Dora the Explorer? Do you know what this little bitch does? She asks questions and waits for the answers. It's the weirdest. She'll literally go, hey, do you want to go find the treasure? Okay, let's go. And so the kids are at home like, all right, yeah, let's go find the fucking treasure, all right. But I'm sitting there going, shut the fuck up. There's nothing happening here, kids, relax. That's stupid. Do you remember when we were kids, what we had to watch? Kids shows were great. Remember Mr. Dress-Up?
Yeah.
Mr. Dress-Up was great. Mr. Dress-Up made everything so easy, didn't he? He just had that white board where he draw shit. He'd be like, today I'm gonna draw a boat. He'd be like, sure you are, Dress-Up. And he'd be like, look, watch. Line, U, connect, triangle, boat. And you'd be at home like, that's a fucking boat. Mr. Dress-Up's the man. You know. Mr. Dress-Up was only the beginning to a greater cartoon, or a greater kids show, should I say, on TVO, which was Art Attack. Oh, man! Everything I know about art, I learned on Art Attack. Wasn't that the best show? Because the camera would just roll in on him, and he'd be at the desk fixing some shit, and he'd look up and be like, oh, hello, welcome to Art Attack. And you'd be like, let's fucking deal this, man. And that show was the best, because once in a while he'd do some great art, and then it just cut to that head in the museum going, that was fucking garbage. Remember that? And you'd be like, easy, you head in a museum. Who the hell's this head in a museum? What an asshole. Art Attack was great. I tried to make PVA glue one time at home, and you have to understand, I have immigrant parents. My mom's a little Portuguese immigrant lady, and she's seen, and she goes, what are you making glue with the water? I go, it's PVA glue. She goes, you PVA stupid. I was like, what the fuck? My art career is done. And yet, wasn't it great when he would do the giant art attacks? Do you remember that? When he would do the last 5 minutes of every episode of Art Attack was him doing a giant art attack? It was like him in a field or in a giant black room. Remember the field one? He would walk into a store and be like, can I get 5,000 little buckets? I'm going to put them all in a schoolyard. It's going to look crazy. The best one was when he'd be in a black room with that salt, and he just walks up to the camera, and he's got salt, he goes, let's see what happens. Bow, ow, ow, ow. What the? And you're a little kid like, what the fuck is he gonna do? The little kid curiosity can't handle that shit. And little kids, you're like, come on, show me, show me. And it's 5 minutes of him just doing this shit, with a little brush, doing this shit. You're like, what the fuck is he making? Wasn't the end the best? You show the end to be 2 tigers fucking. You'd be like, wow! It's insane! And he'd always do this shit. Always, he just like, Art Attack. That was a great kids show. I realized that everything I know about science, I learned from the Magic School Bus. You ever realize that? A little cousin the other, and Bill Nye. Oh, you can't forget Bill Nye. Bill Nye was a G. We could all still do this. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. Do you remember when they would play that in school? Wouldn't everybody just go crazy for Bill? I don't know. In my school, everybody go crazy for Bill, or whatever. I'm not crazy. You guys know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
The theme song, right? I hope everybody's like not sitting there going, "Why the fuck is this guy yelling out Bill, Bill, Bill?" This guy's a moron, man. Hope we don't have to pay for this. Arthur is a great show too. Make some noise if you grew up watching Arthur. Let me hear you. Arthur's a good time. You know why Arthur's a good time? Because Arthur's like a Seinfeld for kids. Nothing really happens, but you're just always into it. You're like, whatever, it's a good show.
That's true.
I always imagine who the fuck like all of them would grow up into. For sure, Muffy Crosswire becomes a porn star. Muffy Cockwire or some shit. Francine's a lesbian, no choice. No choice. Binky's homeless. Arthur and Buster, gay. The other day, some kids made me feel fucking old on the subway. I was listening to these kids' conversations, and they were talking about Stewie's head. And the two kids just mentioned, they go, yeah, Stewie's head, it's like the coolest head on TV. And I went, what are you talking about, kids, man? This is, Hey Arnold's got the best head. And the kid literally looked at me and goes, who's Hey Arnold? I go, what the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't want to say anything, but then I looked up, and the guy across from me just looked at me and he went, you knew. Hey Arnold was the best. Remember Hey Arnold? Hey Arnold is a ghetto-ass show. And I love it because I grew up on Lansdowne and Bloor in Toronto. So I love that sort of thing. Because his best friend was some black kid, crazy high-top fade. His grandparents, 2 crackheads. You ever remember his grandmother would walk in with a dead pig and be like, you want some bacon? All right, easy, grandma. Oh, shit. You know. And then he had Helga Pataki trying to rape him every day. Remember Helga Pataki trying to rape Hey Arnold all the time? He'd be in class like, miss, the answer's 2. And she'd be in the back like, yeah, I want to fuck you too, Arnold. I want to fuck you too. What the fuck? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Take this shit off, YTV. Easy. Easy, YTV. You guys enjoying this so far? Yeah. Make some noise. Let me hear you. What, do we just keep filling up? Is it like a full house now? Do you know how many people who come to my Sunday show would be upset that I'm doing this right now? Because they always ask me, they always go, well, when are you doing a show all by yourself, just doing a whole bunch of jokes and shit? I'm like, I don't really do that. Do you know my mom thinks I'm gay because she caught me crying to Lion King when I was a kid? I swear. And you guys know exactly what part it is, too. It's when Mufasa and Scar just chilling there, and Scar's like, oh, do I save you? I don't think so! I remember being a kid and watching that, and I loved Mufasa. I'm like, this guy's a great dad. Holds it down for his kid. Will knock out a hyena if he has to. And I remember being a kid watching Mufasa die in The Lion King, and I started crying. So what? I started crying. Fuck you if you didn't cry. Sad. They make you love Mufasa, then they kill Mufasa. The fuck is wrong with Disney? I'm 8 years old over there. I want to... What is what the fuck? And I remember my mom came in and she goes, Mikey, why are you crying? I go, guess it's the card. And she goes, you're very gay. No, that's so gay, Mikey. It's not real people, Mikey. Fuck, man. You gay? Fuck, man. But I love Lion King. Remember that movie was made for kids who grew up to be stoners. No choice. Because Cheech Marin and Whoopi Goldberg were the fucking hyenas, man. Cheech Marin, hey man, you wanted your fucking smile? Like, oh, no kidding. Simba sounds like a surfer from California when he finds his dad. Dad. Remember when he finds his dad dead? He's like, come on, we gotta get back to the pride, man. Why are you dying there for, Pops? I'm over there at home like, I don't want to die there, Pops. Watch out for them wildebeests, Simba. Watch out! I swear to God, I think someone's crying in the audience. Like, yo, what the fuck? Let me see. I wrote down a bunch of 90s. Anybody got a good 90s reference I could talk about quick as I'm looking up? Oh, here's a great one too. Our best cartoon wasn't even really a cartoon. It was 5 minutes in between Arthur and Art Attack, and it was called Pingu. Oh man, Pingu was a motherfucker, man. Wasn't Pingu the best? Pingu was 5 minutes of cartoon that taught you everything you needed to know about life. Because Pingu was all about karma. You remember that? Pingu would go on an adventure with his little fucking seal friend, and they'd always go fishing or something. Pingu tries to catch a fish. Seal takes the fish, laughs at Pingu. Pingu's like, hey man, that's my fish. Ice falls on Seal. Pingu's like, see what happens? Remember when Pingu would get mad, he wouldn't say anything, he'd just go, woo! Remember that shit? Or he'd do this one with it. That was a classic. Fucking Pingu. That show was the best. There was a show a bit later on, but it was a classic too. And if you didn't watch it, you're a piece of shit. The show's called Cat Dog. Remember Cat Dog? You know why that cat was always mad? Because they didn't have an asshole. So for sure that cat was the asshole. You know what I'm saying? Because that dog was always eating. He's like, yeah, let's eat. The cat's like, don't fucking eat. Don't fucking eat. And the dog's like, no, let's fucking eat. No, because it's going to come out my end, you asshole. Cat Dog. Angry Beavers sounds like all my ex-girlfriends. Oh, all right. Those fucking Rugrats, those kids were going on way too many adventures. What the fuck's wrong with those kids? Somebody get an eye on those kids. You know what I'm saying? The parents always leave for fucking 15 minutes. Come back, the kids are somewhere in Africa. Whoa, what happened to our babies again? I don't know. These fucking cribs that we put them in. I don't know how they break out with those little plastic tools every time and we don't say nothing. We don't give a fuck. Just let the Rugrats walk around. Before I came on stage, I was talking to a friend of mine in the audience about what I was going to talk about. And we were talking about 90s cartoons. This is a really small one, but this is a great one. I liked it. It's called Country Mouse and City Mouse. All these, see, I knew nobody was going to know it. But it was, see, because it was educational. Taught me about peanut butter. But you guys were all thinking the exact same episode. I don't know. I want to do material, man, but you guys, I don't know. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, give it up for that guy. Bringing out Sailor Moon, man. Holy fuck. We'll talk about Dragon Ball Z since you said Sailor Moon too.
It's my idea,
Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon's a funny one. Because I didn't like Sailor Moon. That's the realest audience member ever. I didn't like Sailor Moon. No shit. It's for bitches. Sailor Moon just wasn't my show. I didn't give a fuck about Sailor Moon. But I love Dragon Ball Z. Make some noise if you like some Dragon Ball Z growing up. I got this great Dragon Ball Z story, and you have to understand, growing up, I really loved Dragon Ball Z. Enough where I learned how to draw them like a motherfucker, like I was one of those kids. And I love Dragon Ball Z. And I thought, you know, when you're like a little kid, you kind of think that maybe this is based on reality, but only special people have it, and maybe I can turn into a Super Saiyan too. Because if you really like Dragon Ball Z, you did the same thing I did. One day you got mad and you looked in the mirror and you went, come on! Oh, come on, I can do this! Oh! It doesn't happen, clearly. Trust, I tried. Tried my fucking hardest. And I have this great story where my dad caught me burning. My dad walked into the garage one day and he caught me burning Hot Wheels. And that's the thing, you know, you just throw a little lighter fluid, light the Hot Wheels, and go, woo! You're a little kid, you can't help it. You're like, this is crazy, I'm burning shit in the garage. And my dad comes in and he goes, hey, holy fuck, what are you doing? Is that fire on the floor? What, are you trying to kill everybody? I go, no, it's just fire. And he gave me a flick on the head that almost knocked me right the fuck out, man. And I got up, and this is at the peak of my Dragon Ball Z stage, so I got up and I go, oh yeah? Oh yeah, and I ran inside my house, and as I passed my mom, she goes, why are you yelling outside? I go, fuck you. And she goes, what? And I run upstairs, and I lock my door, and now I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm trying to turn Super Saiyan. And you have to understand, I thought I couldn't do it. You know Vegeta? Remember Vegeta's hairline? Look at my hairline. It's like Vegeta's hairline. It's that giant M. So in my head I was like, man, I'm like fucking halfway there. Ah! And I wasn't, clearly. So this is my favorite part of it, is I just imagine my mom. She was standing outside, hearing me do this in the mirror. Ah! Ah! And she was going, what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with Mikey? Oh my God. I don't know what to do. And I remember she just eventually knocked. She goes, Mikey, why are you yelling like that? And I go, I'm turning Super Saiyan, you fucking idiot. And she goes, hey, not say that, please, because I'm going to hit you. And I go, you better not, because I'll do it. And she goes, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And she opens the door, and I look at her all red in the face, and she goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm Super Saiyan. She goes, you fucking stupid. What is the matter with you? And I went, Daddy hit me, and I was going to go fucking knock him out. She goes, yeah, you're going to knock him out. Your face is all red, you're going to cry. I'm not going to cry. You're gonna fucking cry. You fucking bitch. And even when you say fucking bitch when you're crying like that, your mom goes, yeah, fucking bitch, whatever. Whatever. I love my mom because she said a joke to me today that was great. I just became a professional comedian. Two weeks ago, I signed with Yuck Yuck, so now I'm a professional comedian. Thank you. Yeah. And when I told her that, I go, see, Mom, now I make lots of money. I work like an hour, 2 hours only a week. And she goes, yeah, you make lots of money, $500 an hour. Only problem, you work 1 hour. And I looked at her and I go, you fucking bitch. Oh, man. But it's great. What a good joke. It's really, really funny, man. A lot of you guys have never heard any of my mom jokes here in the front. Let me tell you a little bit about my mom. My mom is probably my bread and butter in comedy. She's the woman that has inspired me to do so much. I write so many jokes about her because she's a little immigrant Portuguese lady. You've seen my mom standing at the bus at like college. She's like this tall little afro, glasses. Hello, everybody. Everybody okay? Oh my God, everybody's so high. Let me buy you guys ice cream. 1 ice cream for everybody. She's cute. She's nice. And I grew up on Lansdowne and Bloor. Has anybody here ever been to Lansdowne and Bloor? It's kind of a nice area until like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And then there's nothing but crackheads on Lansdowne and Bloor. It's true. You can just stand there and be like, hey, excuse me, do you know where I am? Lansdowne. I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. It's true. You know what the big giveaway you live in a shitty area is? Coffee times. Just Lansdowne, where I grew up, has 4 coffee times on Lansdowne. Why? Why do you need... Lansdowne's like 3 kilometers long, man. It's terrible. And it's great. Because I grew up in that area, it made my mother a very little gangster Portuguese lady. You have to understand, because my mother grew up around crackheads, as soon as she came here, 20 years old, little immigrant lady, waiting for the bus on Lansdowne. Canada's so nice, oh my God. Lots of work. My house, family. Oh my God, look at that guy across the street. He's talking to himself. He's shaking. What's the matter with that guy? That's drugs, lady. I fucking hate drugs. Yeah, so when she found out that I was smoking weed, of course it blew her little Portuguese mind. She wasn't happy. She wasn't like, Mikey, you smoking drugs, that's nice. You smoking weed? It's good. You're gonna smoke, get high, watch TV, eat my food, it's okay. It's nice. She wasn't. She was like, Mikey, you smoking drugs? Yeah, why? You gonna walk like this? Nah, that's not the same drugs at all, man. And she's gangster, I'm telling you. If my mom seen a stabbing on Lansdowne right now, she wouldn't care. She'd be like, oh my God. They forget his wallet. Oh my God. Why are they gonna kill the guy? No, take his money, I don't know. Her and I, one time when I was a kid, seen a crackhead do the funniest thing I've ever seen a crackhead do. I seen a crackhead one time when I was a kid on Lansdowne move across the street without moving his legs. Okay? You ever seen him just vibrating? He was doing that shit. He was vibrating across the street though, like a fucking cell phone on a table. And I remember I remember looking at my mom. I go, Mom, how the fuck's he doing that? My mom didn't know. She goes, he not like Jesus. Yeah. She always did that. If you have any kind of religious parent, you know that they always use religion against you. No matter what. I remember I used to come home high, and she'd look at my eyes, and she goes, look at your eyes. They are red like the devil. Yeah, no, come home like this. I don't like it, and Jesus and God don't like it. And I go, relax, man. God loves weed. And she goes, God don't love you. All right, relax. I go, think about it, Mom. God made plants. Yeah, weed is a plant. Yeah, God made weed. Yeah. No, it's not like that. Then what is it? Mikey. What? Fuck you. Okay? Fuck. You think you're so smart with your drugs. Why don't you shut up, go smoke a joint, and get the fuck out of here. You ever have your parents get so confident with you nowadays that they tell you that? You start getting angry, you're like, I don't care, man. And they're like, okay, relax, go smoke some weed, get out of here, please. And you're like, holy fuck, she knows it. I remember when my mom realized that I was coming home high a lot. Because I used to lie. I used to come home and she'd be like, your eyes are red, you okay? I'd be like, yeah, I went swimming. She'd be like, oh, that's okay, you hungry? Starving. And then one day she caught on. It was the best. Because I came home and she goes, look, your eyes are red again. What happened? I went, oh, fuck, I went swimming. She goes, yeah, swimming and drugs? That actually sounds okay, you know? Imagine a whole pool just full of nugs. I'm drowning! No, I'm kidding. That'd be great, man. A whole pool full of pugs, whatever the fuck I was gonna say. Did you guys hear how I was gonna fuck up there? I love that, because everybody's so high right now. I said that, no one laughed. Everyone smiled. 100 people just went. I love that. This is the best. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys have actually been a great audience so far. Thank you, really. When am I at Yuck Yucks? I used to do the Wednesday nights all the time, but now I wait for the weekend spot, so I don't know. Probably in the next 2 weeks I'll be either in Toronto or Mississauga. I'm also in the Oakville one. I'm in Kitchener in November. Whatever. This is no time for this shit. This is no time for this. Does anybody have a joke that I didn't do that they want to hear? That they can remember? Any of the staff or anything? This is where I need Matt Oliver. There's another guy who works here who knows all my fucking jokes better than I do. Here's a great thing about my mom. You ever come home high on drugs? Make some noise if you ever went home and you talked to your parents all high and shit like that. It's great when you talk to your parents high for the first time. Do you remember that? Because on the outside you're like, hey mom, what's going on? But on the inside you're like, all right, let's fucking do this. Woo! All right. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. You put cologne on. You have good breath. She doesn't know. You are fucked. You are looking at your mother trying to not be fucked, but on the inside you're like, get me the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. And it's the best. Because I remember my mom's nice on the outside, but she's insane on the inside. So I remember one time she caught me and my friends high. And she seen us. She came home and she caught us all high. And she goes, that's you and your friends, huh? Okay. Listen, guys, come inside. I'm going to make you guys food. Come inside. And she made us food. But then as soon as we left, she was like, never bring so many people to the house. 9 Coca-Colas, Mikey. 3 people, 9 Coca-Colas. And why is everybody's eyes red? And you guys eat. No, say nothing. Half an hour, nobody say nothing. One guy, he go, and everybody laughed. One time she found my zigzag. She goes, why do you have all these little pieces of paper? It's for girls' numbers, Mom. You're so nice. Sometimes you get away with it. Hot box. All right. I like hot box. Hot box is a good time. Good call. Give it up for the guy in the back calling out hot box. That's a good time. While I'm doing this, if you've ever seen my comedy, think of some jokes, and I'll do them right now. This is a lot of fun. I want to give you guys a lot of thanks. You guys are actually a fantastic audience right now. Subway? Okay, so we'll do hot box and we'll do Subway. That's good. That's a good one. We'll close on Subway, actually. Pranks and Subway. If I forget what joke I'm supposed to close on, I need you guys to remind me. Pranks and Subway, okay? And Subway. We'll forget. We're all gonna forget. I'm gonna ask in like 10 minutes and everyone's gonna be like, skanks and rub shit. The joke he was talking about was hot box. Do you guys remember, do you guys like hot boxes?
Yes.
Do you ever hot box somebody's house?
Yes.
Is that a water for me? Oh, the wave. That's a good one too. We should do the wave actually. Okay, before we do the hot box, let's do the wave. Let's do a high wave. I do this at my shows all the time, but it's great. Because if you ever have been in an audience of high people, everybody's down to do the wave, but just differently. People on the couch, you guys are down to do the wave. You guys are fucking comfortable as shit. You don't give a fuck. You're sitting there, you're like, what, a wave? The people in the middle and the back are like, yo, fuck this shit. But it's great. We're going to do the wave, and someone in the back drowns. Whoever's working in the back's got to drown for a sec. You guys ready to do it? The world's biggest stoner wave. Guinness Book of Records one day. Yeah. 1, 2. I'll watch you guys if you don't do it, and I'll fucking call you out on that. That just changed everybody's mind right now. Everybody's like, what, for real? Fuck. I gotta put the bong down. Chill. 1, 2, 3, go! Hey! Hey, you gray shorts, gray pants. You think I didn't see you with the black shirt? Call him out and boo that guy right there right now. Boo him. That was good. See, he shouldn't have. He had his hands in his pocket, too cool for school Joe. Didn't want to do the wave. I seen you, motherfucker. I even warned you. Now, the hotbox thing is great, because remember the first time you ever heard of a hotbox? You're somewhere in grade 9, 10, somebody comes up to you, they're like, hey, you want to come smoke these joints in a hotbox? And in your head, you're like, I don't want to tell this guy that I don't know what a hotbox is. Yeah, I'll come. You sit in the car, and then everybody starts lighting up joints, start opening the windows, but you don't say nothing. Right, you're in the back like, wow, this is going to be crazy. No oxygen, just all weed? Buckle in, young Mike Rita, you know? And you just sit there and you're like, oh man, this is fucked. And you get to join, you're like, man, this is crazy. Third rotation in, first 5 minutes of a hotbox, 10 minutes are great. 20 minutes in though, you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Holy shit, my lungs are on fire. And my eyes are burning. Remember that? But you didn't want to be the guy in the back seat going, hey, can we open a window? Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Remember the first time someone opened the window too and you got a big blast of air? You're like, what is that, air? Holy shit. Man, hotboxes are fun. You ever do a hotbox in the sun? You park your car in the sun somewhere? It lasts like 3 minutes before someone's like, I think I'm dying. All right, sorry, bro. Did you say soft? That's, all right. It's kind of soft in the sense. You know what's soft? Remember that kid in high school that got high first rotation? And then you just look at him and you knew something was up because he wasn't saying anything and he had his like... And you just be passing it and you'd always hit your friends. Everybody has to know this guy's high before he even knows he's high. Remember, you'd all look at your friends and everybody made eye contact like, look at this fucking guy. And he'd be there like... He doesn't see nobody's talking about him yet. And then he looks up and everybody's got this smile like, oh, you all right? You all right, bro? And he's like, oh, man, fuck, you guys got water or some shit? I think I'm dying. What's in that weed, bro? Just dank, you puss. Oh, man. Can I sit down? No, stand the fuck up. Stand up, don't fuck us. That was so funny. There were so many funny kids that I used to get high with. Remember the kid who would get high, needed Visine for his eyes? Couldn't put it in his own eyes though? Remember that kid? Hey man, can you put this in my own eyes? Why man? I can't do it. Relax, you little fuck. Same kid, he needed you. Remember, it was the same kid who would walk in before class and he'd stop you before you walked into class. He'd be like, hey man, are my eyes red? They'd be red as fuck. But you look at him and you'd be like, nah, you're good to go. You're good, bro. You're good. You don't even look high. You look fucked. And there was always people who would bait you out too when you walked into class. That shit was fucked. I remember walking into class sometimes and people would bait me. I remember like just a little nerdy kid or something who didn't get high, doesn't know what it's all about. You know, I walk into class, I'm like, fuck, thank God I made it to this fucking class. I walk in, I look in, and there's just be one kid going, holy fuck, Mike Rita, you're so fucking high. Hey, why don't you shut the fuck up? barely made it to this fucking class, man. Because you remember getting high and having to deal with like principals and shit in the hallway? When you're sober, you just walk by like, hey, what's up, man? So when you're high and like you see them from down in the hallway, like, fuck. You put your head down already, you're like, nobody talk to me. Nobody fucking talk to me. This principal's gonna know I'm high. And as soon as you walk by, they're like, hello, Mr. Rita. You're like, all fucking high. I remember I used to get high and think I was going to be the best student ever. 5 minutes in, I'd be like, I got to get the fuck out of this class. Yeah. I used to think I was going to do it, and then I didn't. And then I became a comedian and talked about it. You guys know that I've been up here for 45 minutes?
I said a 20-minute show. God damn it.
Good one. It's okay that I'm still up here? If he said no, you guys were going to boo him, weren't you? Holy fuck, everybody's like, yeah, no, stay up there. What up? No, make some noise if you're enjoying it. Let me hear you guys. Give me some energy. Good. This is good. This is good. Whatever the fuck that was. Oh, it's Michael Mage. Give it up for him, everybody. Nice, big, great pothead. Remember the first time you ever walked in here and seen someone who was over the age of 50? It just blew your fucking mind. You're like, holy, look at that old lady. Look at that old lady. She's hitting a vaporizer. It says 400. That lady's 400, bro. Holy, look at her. Lady just makes eye contact with you. You're like, holy shit. She's disappeared. I bet you the people who work at the back, too, get ridiculous questions, you know? People just high out of their mind coming back there. Can I get 2 bottles of weed? Water, sorry. I bet you there's people who just walk up and go, you know what, let this guy go first. Sometimes people come up to the door here, before they even get in, they go, can I buy weed here? And Chris is always like, no. They're like, well, that fucking sucks. Came all the way from Nebraska. You always meet people who are from the weirdest place in the States. Big potheads, though. You can tell they're big potheads. Like, geez, I came all the way from bumfuck Idaho, and I'm looking for a little of this Canadian kush you guys got up here. They're always like that. They're never like, yo, man, you got weed up here, man. They're always like, hey, you fucking Canadians up here. I don't know. I got to dumb myself down for you. No, we got to dumb ourselves down for you. Easy. What is this, Jerry Springer? Get up here. Let's have this argument on stage. Jerry! This place will blow up. You guys don't know, man. I did a show here like a week or 2 ago where I was talking about how good Nutella is. You ever meet someone who doesn't like Nutella? No. What the fuck is wrong with people who don't like Nutella? How could you not like soft hazelnut chocolate on bread that tastes like the shit? I have dreams of Nutella where I wake up and I'm like, I gotta go eat Nutella. You know? Does anybody in here think Nutella's gross? No. One guy?
I don't like chocolate.
You probably don't like a girl's pussy either. Ba-dum-bum-hey! Listen, man. I don't give a fuck how nasty a pussy is. If I had a little bit of Nutella on a puss, I'll eat it all night. I don't give a shit. That changes the whole game right there. This is the best pussy I ever had. Can I eat more pussy? Get one of your friends here. Put more Nutella and shit. I'll eat a girl's asshole if there's Nutella on. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know if I'm eating shit. It's the same color, you know what I'm saying? Be great if she farted a little bubble in Nutella. Will you marry me? Hey, take it easy. What do you got? I got you. Keep that, bro. If I become famous, that might be worth like $10. Buy yourself a joint. Or if you keep that and you see me when I'm famous and you be like, yo, I'm the guy. Remember that time you flicked the shit at Vapor? I'll give you $10. You can buy your joint. Everybody was like, I wonder what he's gonna give him. He give you HIV. No, I'm just kidding. That's pretty bad, actually. I'm sorry. But it's not as bad as, you ever get so high that you forget to breathe? You know what I'm talking about? You ever get so high in a chair that you're like almost passing out? You're like, whoa, this weed's so good. And then you go, what the fuck? Was I not breathing? I thought you were going to tell me that story. I was getting ready for it. I was like, what happened? 7 brownies. Brownies will fuck you up. You know what the fucked up thing about brownies is that you eat, it takes like 40 minutes to kick in. And potheads don't have that patience. We're looking to get high right now. You eat 3 cookies. You're like, I'm not high. Let's eat 3 more. 2 hours later, you're like, I'm fucked, man. Bro, these cookies fucked me up, man. And I can't even watch TV, man. This shit's too loud, man. Turn it down. Fuck you, man. Fucking turn yourself down. Easy. You guys are good audience members. You guys are talking so loud right now. You guys must not have good weed. Oh! Because everybody who's high is not talking at all. And they're just sitting there going, no, I'm not going to make you guys, I won't rip into you guys. Maybe those two, but not you. I do a pretty good mouth trumpet, I'm not going to lie. That's not bad. Alright. Did anybody here take the TTC to the show? To the show. I didn't know you guys didn't know you were coming to the show. What a stupid fucking question. Did you take a ride to the thing that you were going to that you didn't know that was going to be there? Who drove? Make some noise if you drove. It's like 50-50. I just started driving, but my whole life I took the TTC. Isn't it great taking the TTC high? Isn't it a whole different thing when you take the TTC high? Doesn't it feel like everybody knows that you're high? That's actually, how the fuck does everybody know that you're high? And you know that everybody knows because you pay your fare, you look up, and everybody's head just goes, whoa. Holy fuck, look how high this guy is. And you right away, you're like, what do I smell? What do I look like? What the fuck? And it's great. When you're high and you take the TTC, doesn't great shit happen? You ever pay your fare, you put your transfer in your pocket? Doesn't it take like 10 seconds? You're like, hey, where the fuck's my transfer? What is that? Why do we all do that? What about this? You ever walk into a subway station shoulder to shoulder with like a stranger? You ever start racing them in your mind? You know what I'm talking about? You look at them, you go, oh, not today, buddy. Bam! They don't even know what the fuck's up. You ever run down the stairs because you hear your subway coming? And you get down there and it's not yours, so you pretend like nothing happened? Sometimes you're in the subway and the door's closed and you see the guy run down and he's like, ah, fuck! Because you didn't make it and you're inside like, shoulda ran, motherfucker, shoulda ran! Yeah. I love to fuck with people. It's one of my favorite things to do. And you have to understand, when I was 15 years old, a friend and I got really high on mushrooms. And it was great because when you get high on mushrooms, like I said, you know, great things happen. And you get really close with the person you're getting high with. So a friend of mine and I were high and he looked at me and he goes, Mike, you're a pretty weird guy. What's the weirdest thing you can do? I went, dude, I can cry like a baby pretty good. He went, what, man? I went, watch this. Oh. Oh. And he went, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Don't do that. Do it again. So what do I do with that? I sit on the subway by myself. And I make sure there's no babies. Lots of people, no babies. And all I do is I put a newspaper to my face. Nobody thinks it's me, man. Nobody fucking ever thinks it's me. I have a fade and I'm wearing Chuck Taylors. Nobody thinks it's me, man. I'm sitting there going, oh, oh. And when you first hear a baby, your first reaction is, hey, where's the baby? And when you don't see the baby, you're like, hey, where the fuck's the baby? I swear to God, one time, this pregnant lady, she was just standing there, I went, oh, she went, and this one time, an old lady was sitting down, and I got her good, man. She got me in the end good, but I got her good at the beginning. I did it for like 3-4 stations. Every time the subway gets quiet, it would stop. It goes, bing, bing, bing. Oh, oh. there going, I hear the baby, but I don't see the fucking baby. But she caught me, man. I didn't even see her. I had the newspaper up. I was going off. Oh. And I imagine she just got up. She goes, I'm going to find this baby. And she came up to me. She goes, hey, excuse me. You're the one doing that. What the fuck is wrong with you? I swear to God, I didn't even have anything to say. I looked at her and I go, What the fuck was I supposed to say? Speak English like a psycho? I don't think so, man. I'm telling you, I love to fuck with people. There's great ones that you can do that don't bother anybody. Even when you're just driving with somebody, here's the great one. If you drive up to a green light, okay? Oh no, a red light. If you drive up to a red light and there's only one car behind you, wait for the light to turn green. And you know the car behind you is just waiting for you to move, but if you don't move, he's gonna honk at you. If he tell you to wake up. Don't let him honk. Just wait like 1, 2, 3, bap, 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 honk at yourself and give yourself the hand. He's gonna be behind going, what the fuck? I didn't honk. People can't handle that shit. You ever just pull up to an intersection where there's lots of cars? Honk 2 or 3 times. You'll see someone panic and be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, and they'll make a right turn and get the fuck out of there. People can't handle it, they get really nervous. Just do it, just pull up, right when the light turns green, wait 3 seconds, honk, and he'll just be like, oh honey, we gotta get the fuck out of here. You'll make a right turn and get the fuck out of there. And another great one, this is my favorite one, is, I like doing this on nights where like there's a lot of asshole club guys. You guys know those guys that look like assholes on the, you know, they're standing there like, hey, women. Wait at a red light, and when you see those guys, look at them and go, hey, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. Because they want to help, you know? Everybody always wants to help somebody in a car. You never know. This guy could be lost out of town, who knows? They'll stop everything. They'll take off their headphones, they'll put, yo, I gotta call you back, I'm sorry. Yeah, and just look at them and go, fuck you. And just drive. And I swear to God, no one gets hurt here, and it's hilarious. Because they're like, yeah, oh, fuck me, shit. Trust, it's hilarious. Nobody gets hurt here. All you gotta do is look at the guy and go, fuck you, and keep driving, you know? Do it. It's hilarious. I am sweating. We have 3 minutes till an hour. I have to do the extra 3 minutes. I was about to get off. You guys about to clap for me? Thank you. You can give me a round of applause. It'll help me eat up the 3 minutes. Holy fuck, we did a whole hour, right? Did you guys have a good time tonight? Oh yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Ask away. You can ask me anything about, I don't know, being a comedian, writing jokes, fuck, something. Anybody? Subway? How did I, what about it? How did I figure out that joke?
What's your favorite sub?
What's my favorite sub?
Yeah, cold cut, all day. Yes.
No, Subway joke is the baby cry. Subway is that. Pranks is me.
Cold cut.
Subway? Yeah, cold cut combo, $5, can't go wrong.
Yeah, can't go wrong, all day.
I'll tell you what though, does anybody here know any good sub places? I'll tell you a great one. You go to Young and Lawrence, there's this place called Belly Busters. Anybody here ever been to Belly Busters submarines? Yeah. Man, it's fuck. You ever meet a guy who just makes subs all day? Those guys are nuts, man. Because they hate sandwiches. Ask them, hey boss, what's your favorite sandwich? I fucking hate every sandwich in the world. Holy shit. And they get turkey, bacon, extra bacon. Always extra bacon. You don't need extra bacon. Is he saying that I'm fat? Yes, I'm saying that you're fat. This guy's an asshole. This guy's a sandwich Nazi. Soup Nazi, no kidding. That's a funny one. No soup for you. Imagine you met like a pussy Nazi, some girl who like teases you the whole time, and then when you go to put it in, she's like, no pussy for you. But I waited in line. Okay. All right. That was actually more fun than I ever expected it to be, man. You guys were a lot of fun today, man. Yeah, thanks, man. I do shows here every Sunday, so if you liked what you've seen tonight, come out. Every Sunday nights I do shows here with comedians, magicians, musicians, all that sort of stuff, man. I want to thank you guys right now for sitting around for an hour and listening to me fucking go off, man. I've been Mike Rita, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone. Really, thank you so much. Thank you.